Monica Sendika, and you're watching PHTV4 Spotlight. And today we have a Spotlight on Sports program at Shepard's High School. And we have the pleasure of interviewing Christopher Putlick. He's the marching band director. And we also have Shay. What's your last name?
Fitzgerald.
Fitzgerald. And she is a member of the marching band. She majors in drumming major.
I'm drum major, yes.
Drum major. And Director Chris, tell me more about how long you've been a marching band director and what drives you, and how did you find yourself in this position?
I've been the director at Shepard for 31 years. I've done my entire music career here at Shepard. I was a Shepard student back in the 80s. I graduated in 1985 from Shepard. I went to Western Illinois University as a music major. Fell in love with music. I did a master's program at ISU in music performance, and then was hired here at Shepard right out of college.
So did you intentionally apply at the school where you went?
I did. I was actually contacted by the principal at the time about applying for the job. He had known my family from when I was in school and knew that I had gone to school as a music major, and so he contacted my family, and I've been here.
Wonderful. And let's see here. You have been, you're a senior, and then you're a drum major.
Yes.
And how did you find yourself in the marching band program?
Well, my sister was in marching band, so we kind of had that introduction through my family. But sophomore year, I became a section leader, and I was in band my freshman year as well. And then my junior and the senior year, I've been drum major, and I just absolutely love it. The band program is really a strong family.
So what drew you to that instrument?
The instrument, well, my sister played the clarinet too, so I remember in, I think, 4th grade, we got to try out all the instruments, and I just felt myself drawn to that one the most.
And then for the drumming person, you're the one, are you leading the whole entire drum group as well?
So I lead the whole band.
Oh, the whole
I'm
band.
conducting on a podium along with another drum major, and we keep the tempo for the band, and we help be a visual cue for the band.
So how do you like that? That seems like a tremendous responsibility, and what drew you to that?
I feel like I've always thrived in a leadership position, and sophomore year getting to be section leader was a little taste of being a leader, so I just absolutely love it. I get to work closer one-on-one with both our director and assistant director, and it just helps us have a big role in the band.
So when you say you work with the director and assistant director, what does that look like? Are you discussing the routine, the music?
Yeah, so our music, if anything after a competition changes, we have to implement those throughout the show we're making now. So it's always something that we're improving and trying to change and make it our best performance. So always working on tempo, if we're adding any choreography or dance movements too.
And are there any upcoming competitions or?
Yeah, we have our final competition actually at ISU, which is the state competition, October 23rd.
Are you nervous about it, or what are your thoughts?
I'm really excited and looking forward to it. This whole year I've been so incredibly proud of the band. They've made so much progress, and especially coming out of COVID, this is the first time that we're actually getting to compete again in so long, so I think everyone's just really excited.
Wonderful. And so what's your perspective on the upcoming competition? How do you feel about it?
I think the band's doing great this year. Like Shay said, coming out of COVID, it was we've got about half the students in the band have never marched before, so it's been kind of new and invigorating to try to get all the new kids in, and the older kids have really stepped up into a great leadership role. Shay, as a drum major, is also kind of in charge of the other student leaders for each of the different sections within the marching band, so she's kind of our go-to person for any issues or problems or just advice, motivation for the other students as well. So Shay's in that role with that. But the marching band is doing really great. We've got our show is titled Joie de Vivre, which means the joy of living. So the music is all based around the word joy. Ode to joy, Jesu joy of man's desiring, joy to the world. Dancing through life from Wicked is in the show. So there's a lot of, it's kind of an uplifting marching band show this year. So it's really fun.
And who was the one that selected that theme, and how did that was that just synergy between the director and assistant director and you're all just?
That was actually music that I had selected.
Oh,
so
wonderful.
in my search of trying to find shows and put things together, this was a musical show that I came across that I thought would be fitting for the band, fitting for coming out of COVID, trying to be inspiring. So it was.
It is inspiring, definitely. You're sharing the joy with the world and
Yes.
making sure the world remembers to be joyful, even though it's challenging. Do you play other sports? Do you do any other extracurricular activities at high school?
Yeah, so I played soccer for 2 years here, and then I'm not playing. I didn't play last year with COVID or this year, but I'm involved in over 20 activities and clubs. Yeah, so super involved at the school within the band program, speech, mathletes, like everything. So I really like being involved in the school.
Oh, that's wonderful. You should be running the school. You're familiar with all the aspects of the high school already.
Yeah.
I'm sure you were going to get this question often, but once you finish high school, what are your plans?
Yeah, obviously I think I want to go to a 4-year university and then get my master's program. I'm still trying to decide exactly where I want to go and what field of study right now, but I'm thinking business.
Oh, I can totally see it. Right, business,
Yes.
business plan, totally. And director, so any inspirational movie or quote or book or song that you'd like to share with us? What drives you? What keeps that skip in your walk?
The inspirational movie that I was thinking about is the movie Miracle, which was about the U.S. hockey team beating the Russians back in the 80s. It's to me the message is never count out the underdog. So I think that's kind of a inspiring thing, and you work towards your goals, and if you work hard enough, you can achieve anything. So.
Being tenacious. And you, what about you? Do you have any favorite movie, quote, or song that keeps you just motivated?
Yeah, my movie would probably be The Blind Side with Sandra Bullock. I grew up watching that movie with my family a lot, and it always just shows the main theme of we work better together than alone. So always just using everybody around you to help and move as one.
Thank you so much, Coach, Band Director Chris, and thank you so much. I really enjoyed my conversation with the both of you, and I wish you the absolute best in your upcoming competition. And you've been watching Spotlight. It has been on the marching band at Shepard High School. Thank you.